Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
Don't you love God-ordained coincidences? A couple of years ago, my dad needed a hip replacement. He was understandably nervous about going in for surgery. The huge hospital is a formidable place, especially for someone who rarely even visits a doctor, and he'd never even met the surgeon. The day before his scheduled surgery, he was telling a friend about it. His friend asked who the surgeon was. Immediately, he recognized the name. He said, "That guy was my roommate in college. A few years ago, he went on a mission trip to Africa, and while he was gone, I remodeled his house. And you did the electrical work. You even met him as you were leaving and he was coming home." Talk about a God-ordained coincidence. My dad's friend called the surgeon, and the next day the doctor came in and prayed with my dad before the surgery. Now, God didn't have to do that, but He knew years before that my dad would be nervous about this surgery. And as a father, God wanted to comfort him and let him know that He was walking through it with him. I'm sure you can think of plenty of God-ordained coincidences in your life, too. In our passage today, God kind of sneaks one of those in between some larger dramas going on at the time. Just before a famine, Elisha advised the Shunammite family who'd been so kind to him to move elsewhere for 7 years until the famine was over, which they did. After their miraculous birth and later resurrection of their son, they believed the man of God and acted on his word without question. They moved to the land of the Philistines for 7 years and then returned. Now, a lot can happen in 7 years. Apparently, they returned to find their house and land taken over by others. So the woman went to the king to appeal to him. Now the king of Israel, Joram, the son of Ahab, had been described back in 2 Kings 3 as one who did evil in the sight of the Lord, but not like his father and mother. Nevertheless, he persisted in the sins of Jeroboam, son of Nebat. So the Shunammite woman may not have been too certain that she would receive justice in her case. But God intervened. Before she arrived at court, Elisha's servant Gehazi just happened to begin regaling King Joram of all the things that God had done through Elisha. He was in the middle of the story of how God had raised the Shunammite woman's son to life, when lo and behold, there she was. Gehazi introduced her, and when she asked for her house and land back, the king sent an officer with her, and told him not only to restore her property, but to be sure she got rent money from whoever was living there. Above and beyond. That's our God. He prepares things ahead of time and goes above and beyond what we expect. Every coincidence He carefully choreographs, and we can trust Him to work all things for good.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes at our website, which you can find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.